Tonight on Access TV, it's Gotham Comedy Live. Get ready to laugh with Buddy Fitzpatrick, Jade Catta-Preta, Crystian Ramirez, Andrew Kennedy. This week's host, Bobcat Goldthwait. Gotham Comedy Live, all happening right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Bobcat Goldthwait.
Hi, I'm Bobcat Goldthwait. Wow, thank you. Yes, you don't look the same either. I was big in the 80s, some of you weren't even born when I was relevant. All right. This is exciting and a little nerve-wracking because this is an actual live show. What makes it exciting is Gotham Comedy Live turns out to be on a couple networks right now and streaming. So people are watching this, so it's an accurate portrayal of what's going on in a comedy club on a given night. Except the people who are watching it streaming, there's probably an annoying buffering thing spinning around right now. Okay, so some of you seem like, is that his real voice? And the rest of you are going, I thought he was dead. Here we go. So I have a daughter who's an adult, and she is she works in the costume department on movies and television. This is a true story. And she was working on a thing recently, and I got this text, an emergency text from her. It said, Dad, I have diarrhea. And I couldn't make it to the bathroom that I'm supposed to use, and she was working on this thing that Russell Brand was in. So she went into Russell Brand's dressing room. Some of you are ahead of me. And she used his bathroom. And she goes, I'm in his bathroom, and now he just came in, and he doesn't know I'm in his bathroom. And I have to go back to the set. What do? I said, make him feel awkward. When you finish, open the door and go, hi, Russell Brand. Sorry, I had to change my tampon. You know, Shark Week. And my daughter texts back, Dad, you're the greatest. I love you. Now, she thought I was trying to help her out of an awkward situation, but really I was like, what could I have her say so Russell Brand won't try to fuck her? Thank you. Thank you very much. So I'm sure some of you saw Wolf of Wall Street. If you haven't, spoiler alert. There's a scene in that movie where Leonardo DiCaprio's character, right out of the gate, does a bump of cocaine out of a woman's butthole. And, yeah, there's someone who's a fan of that, all right? I don't know, giving or receiving, but... So, the woman I was with when we were watching that scene said, do you think that's real cocaine? And I'm like... Seriously? That's where you have a problem with this? Because I know that's a real butthole. That's a real brown eye. That's not a computer-generated image of a balloon knot. That's a real... And I was trying to think, like, the shame of the whole thing is I don't remember the actress's name. Like, what do you have to do to impress me? I also envision her, like, coming home going, Mother, Father, I got a part in a Leonardo DiCaprio picture. Their hearts must have swelled with pride, you know. I don't remember who she is, but she could have been responsible for the single greatest outtake in the history of cinema. She was already nervous, you know what I mean? Action! Yeah. This is a true story. All the stories I'll tell are true. I was on a flight going from Los Angeles to New York City, and 2.5 hours into the flight, the engine blew up, and it was terrifying. You know, it was like, and then the plane started shooting straight towards. That's not the noise it made. Clearly, I'm not the black guy from Police Academy who makes funny noises. It was like. Thank you. Thank you. And then a rooster was on the wing. And Jimi Hendrix. Foxy lady. I don't know. That's as much of his act as I've seen. All right. So the engine blew up. And the plane started careening towards the earth, and people were flipped out. It was like like drinks were flying through the air, and people started praying, and people were crying. And I said to myself, stay calm. That's how you survive something like this. And I looked, and I saw 2 flight attendants who were looking out the window. And swear to God, I'm not exaggerating. They turned around and they were sobbing. They were like, Oh, and you know how they always go, we're here for your safety first. Fuck that. These whores had checked out. They were like, they were holding each other's hands going, I always thought you were professional, Karen. And as the plane was careening towards the earth, the pilot got on. The pilot goes, hello, ladies and gentlemen. There's no reason to be alarmed. We're going to land in Cleveland in 2 to 2.5 minutes. His voice was the very reason to be alarmed, you know? That's not very comforting. I don't want a pilot that's gone to his calm place, you know, his happy zone, like, I'm a little boy, it's Christmas morning, mother loves me. It would have been more comforting if the pilot was like, holy fuck, did you guys feel that? Oh good, this guy's in it. He's gonna be trying to come up with some solutions. He's not in denial. I want a pilot that's like going, you know, do not look out the right side of the plane, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy, all right, I'm gonna try some shit I learned in pilot school, but I've never really had to do before. That would be more comforting if he's like, you know what, keep your trays down if you want. It really doesn't matter. Go ahead and smoke. Seriously, smoke them up. Kiss a stranger. You know. Rub one out in your seat. That would have been more comforting. Here's the part of the story where I lose some of the people, and I'm not exaggerating. It's a true story. The other people on this flight was a good portion of the United States Special Olympics team. I'm sorry. I can't change it so you're more comfortable. That's who was on the flight. It was 35 men and women in red, white, and blue running suits with medals. So if it wasn't the Special Olympics team, it was a really big hip-hop group with Down syndrome. And as the plane was careening towards the earth, the pilot got on again, and the pilot goes, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your pilot. There's no reason to be alarmed. When we land in Cleveland, the runway will be covered entirely in foam. At the very end of the runway will be a fire truck. And I sat there and I thought, well, this is the end of my life. And I thought about my daughter, and I thought about my friends. And then clear as a bell, one guy in the back of the plane went, fire truck! Swear to God. And I was the only one that gave it up. Like, I started laughing, you know. I actually went from atheist to agnostic at that point. I was like, it might be. And I'm looking at everybody else, no one else is laughing, and easy for you to be excited, you got a medal. Here's my point. Now, I know some of you may work with mentally challenged people, or you may have them in your family, but if you don't think they say or do anything funny, you're denying that they're human beings, because that's the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard another human being say. Fire truck. I was trying to figure out, like, who was going to get top billing if the plane crashed. Was it going to say, Special Olympics team dies in fiery crash? Also on board, 80s comedian Bobcat Goldthwait? Or are you just going to read it fast? Bobcat Goldthwait, Special Olympics team, go. Yeah, I told you. Hey, thanks a lot. We'll be right back with a whole bunch of really funny comedians. Stick around. Thanks a lot.
Stay tuned for more laughs on Access TV. Live from the Gotham Comedy Club in New York City, Buddy Fitzpatrick is taking the stage when we return. best TV presentation of Gotham Comedy Live. More laughs happening right now.
Hello! Thank you. Well, welcome back to Gotham Comedy Live. I am Bob Scratch Goldthwait, and coming up now to the stage is a comedian who stars in the new film called Rock Story. Please welcome the very funny Buddy Fitzpatrick.
Bobcat Goldthwait, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, hello, hello. I'm actually very lucky to be here. I fell not too long ago, and you reach a certain point where you can't fall anymore. I'm at that age where you just can't fall. No, seriously, and I knew it the minute I fell. When you're young and you fall, your first thought is, oh my God, I hope nobody saw me. When I fell, my first thought was, oh my God, I hope somebody saw me. I needed help getting up. I really did. By the way, it was New York, so nobody helped me. I just laid there, and it must have looked normal. My father's 90, and he still drives. That's ridiculous. No, seriously, it's horrible. Everybody who passes us like this. Everybody, priest, infants. Everybody. I have a new car and I hate it. It's a cheap car. It's got a baby horn. So whenever I blow my horn, it doesn't tell the other drivers how pissed off I really am. That really bothers me. You know what I mean? Somebody cuts me off. Hey, Rambo! Lady! It's horrible. It's just disgusting. I'm Talon! That's what my horn should say. I wish they made cars with like horn sounds around the wheel so we can choose the sound we need depending on the situation that we're in. That's a great idea. Wouldn't that be much more polite anyway? You're at a light, the light turns green, the guy in front of you is just sitting there. Ah, come on. Hey, 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 hey. Somebody tries to cut you off. See somebody walking, they stumble and fall. It's great to be here, it really is. I'm divorced and I'm entering into my new life. I was married for 23 years. That's how long it took her to stop pretending to like me. We had a lot of stuff together. That's the crazy thing about divorce. You accumulate a lot of stuff after 23 years, but then you have to go around the house and split everything up. That was the weirdest part. Because then you live like that, half, you know what I mean? One day at dinner, my daughter said, Daddy, pass the salt. Pepper. Call your mother if you want the salt. Just stand at the table and eat your dinner. It's very sad. Very sad. Very sad. My ex could not have fun with me. I tried to have fun with her. She wouldn't have fun with me. She had more fun using a Q-tip. I swear to God, I never made her face do this. I didn't know. All I had to do was stick it in. You know what I mean? I had no idea. Stick it in her ear. Stick it in her ear. Dating scared the hell out of me, but I am dating somebody, and she's wonderful. It's normal, no dysfunction. I've had 23 years of dysfunction, so that's all I know what to respond to. So the fact that I'm dating somebody normal, I get nervous. I think something's coming, you know what I mean? Like my girlfriend and I, we were in New York, driving around. I'm trying to find a parking space. Of course, I can't find a parking space. Going up the block, down the block, around the block, and she's just chatting to me, but I'm really getting nervous. Because what I'm used to is, what about that one over there? That was... Oh, I'm because great now. You know what? Just drive. All she said was, "Oh my God, this is horrible, but we'll find a space." Oh my God, I forget your name, but will you marry me? Oh my God. It's great. It's great. 2 kids saved my life. I have 2 girls. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. They're 16 and 14. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to deal with a lot of it, you know what I mean? 16-year-old. I remember laying cute little clothes out on the bed, you know, before school, and she would come downstairs all young and, hi, morning, Daddy, all dressed. Now she comes downstairs, she looks like a whore. Not a well-dressed whore either, by the way. I'm serious. Combat boots with a skirt, with a top hat, like she's going to Broadway it to school, you know. The goth hair with the shoulder off. Good morning, Dad. Really, honey? You know, I have a reputation in the neighborhood. Could you at least dress like a high-end whore? Okay. Could you look successful? I can't. Oh my God, Dad, stop it. Oh my God, Dad, and everything. Oh my God, I don't understand a word she says. I don't understand a word she says. Oh my God, Dad, and everything. There was this thing and everything in the school and everything. And he brought in a ferret and everything with a gun and everything. And they were like, oh my God, and everything. What the hell are you talking about? And all her friends talk like, all of her friends talk like that, but none of the parents do. I never hear the parents going, oh my God, it's time for dinner. Like, nobody talks like that. Yet they talk like that. Where does that come from? I don't know. She's the laziest person I've ever met in my life. She really is. No, she is. She can't find anything if it's below her chin. And every time I ask her to do something, she acts like I just asked her like this catastrophic, you know, honey, could you run up to my bedroom? There's a brown paper bag on the floor. Could you bring that down? Oh my God, what now? What? What? Really? Seriously? What? It's so busy. What? I don't... It's as if I said, honey, will you go outside and get the fireman's ladder and put it up against the house and climb up onto the roof, and when you're up there, clean out all the gutters around the roof, and then go to the pitch, and then down, figure out where my bedroom window is, and then go over it, hang onto the gutters, slide down, kick the window in, go inside, and there's a brown paper bag on the floor. Could you bring that down for me? What? What the hell? Then she comes downstairs like a minute later. It wasn't there. Oh, it was there, because I put it there. I remember putting it there. And then there's my 14-year-old. Don't get me wrong, I love my kids and I would die for my kids. I just don't want to spend time with them and I have nothing to talk to them about, so. She never gets what I'm saying. I always have to explain everything. Oh, she looks like she's paying attention. Are you looking at me? Yeah, because I have to tell you something. Okay, Dad, what? After school, come right home and do your homework, because you have a lacrosse game tonight, okay? So when you come home, you got to take a shower, and then we're going across the street to the Millers for dinner. So when you come home, do your homework right away, and then we'll be okay. You got it? Yeah. Wait, what? She pisses me off. The other day, she hates the way my other daughter talks. Oh my God, Dad, this guy was like, I love your hair and everything. And I was like, do you like it on this side and everything or on that side and everything? And I was like, I don't know what to wear and everything with the God makeup. And she was like, well, I like it there and everything. So my 14-year-old goes, oh my God, would you shut the fark up? So I go, what did you just say? And she goes, Dad, we're allowed to say that word because it's not the curse word. And I was like, no, that's not true, because you're using it as the curse word. And she was like, wait, what? I said, you're using it as the curse word, so therefore it becomes the curse word. So I don't want you using it, because it's a curse word. It becomes the curse. You know, and she's looking at me and she goes, Dad, that's fucking ridiculous. Thank you very much. My name is Buddy Fitzpatrick. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Stay tuned for more laughs on Access TV. Live from the Gotham Comedy Club in New York City, Jade Catta-Preta is taking the stage when we return.
All right. All right. So this is exciting. Our next performer stars in her own series that you'll see in the fall called Manhattan Love Story. Please welcome Please welcome Jade Catta-Preta.
Yes, keep it going. Yeah, fuck yeah. Oh, it's so good to be here. So many fuckable people at my reaching point. I love that. I love being up here because I love looking down on tits. Like, I love looking down on some tits. You know? And then I point them out and they get shy and they're like, what? I love that. I love when girls with big boobs wear jewelry because it looks like their tits are hungry for gold. Like, get that gold. It's good. It's good to be here. I'm Brazilian. Give it up for that. We played today. Yeah. We played. Yeah, it's good. I'm very proud of it, but nobody believes me. They're like, no, you're not, you Jew. Go back to the Nordstroms where you came from. I'm like, I swear. And so I'm making an effort, you know. So today I went to watch the game, and as I'm watching it, this dude's just like pissing on the street. And I'm like, that's so unfair. It's so unfair. You guys get to just sign your names with your dicks. Oh my God, that's so awesome. All we get to do is just like bend down, hope to miss our toes, and then just create a little lazy river for ants to party down. Like, enjoy it. I've been day drinking. So unfair. Like, I'll go to a party and I'll hold my pee in to the point where I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to have children. And that's okay, you know? Because I don't want to pop a squat. You know, you've heard that term, right? It sounds like a shitty 90s song, like, everybody pop a squat. You're like, all right. And we're all cute, you know, we're like, all right, we'll be right back, you know, we'll be right back. And then we run to like an alleyway and we're like, oh God. Oh! Oh! Feels so good, right? We like grow horns, we're like, ugh! And you gotta bring a friend so she can block you from human traffic. Because you're trash, you know. You also need her because you want to talk shit about the other girls who went to look for a bathroom, like at a Starbucks. You're like, what does Veronica think she is? Some kind of queen? Not me. Oh, God. Oh, my God. You know. And you turn in like a goblin monkey thing, like, because you don't want to get caught. Like if someone were to throw an apple at you, you'd be like, I don't know. What happened? It's very scary, you know. There's like a breeze coming into your asshole. There's no wind, but you're like, where is that coming from? You know, you're trying to fit like Facebook and balance at the same time. Like, God damn it. Your thong just becomes a banjo, like ding 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 dong ding ding. Ding ding. And then the white part is the worst, because you either got to do that like sad clown thing where you're like, you just shake it, which does nothing. What are you shaking? You can't shake a clit. Just. Or you gotta be like, come on, CVS receipt, I need you. Where are you? They're like this long, you know? Yeah. And then you keep it, you know? Because you want the discounts. They're good savings. Are there any baby owners in the house? Anybody leave your baby during the week for comedy? We love comedy. I can't wait, because I have tiny tits, but babies don't care, right? They'll suck on any kind of nipple, yeah. They have to, or else they'll die. So I'm gonna get some. And my friend just had a baby, and I got so excited because I got to bottle feed it, and I thought it was gonna be this beautiful, like, process of just like sharing nutrients, falling in love. Have you fed a baby before? Have you fed a baby? Anybody? Just for the joke you have, okay? It's fucking disgusting, you guys. The second that a baby's lips comes into contact with milk, it just goes nuts. Like, milk, and you're like, you stop for 1 second and they freak out. You know, it's like when you're giving a blowjob and you have to stop for just 1 second. Just 1 second. Because you got this hair in your mouth. But you can't find it, you know? It's like this ghost phantom pube from hell. And it wants revenge, you know? So you're like giving a blowjob like super X-rated, like meow, 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 you know, like meow, 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 you know? Just going at it hard. Meow, 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 you know? And then at first you're like, oops, sorry, hold on. I play with your dickers, I'm like, oh, sorry, you know? And then it gets serious, and you're like, hold on, oh my God. Oh my God. There it is. And it's this little, but it feels this long. You're like, where did this hair come from? Did an Indian man jog by while I was sucking your dick? And then one of his like beautiful long hairs just dance into my mouth? What happened? My poor mom, don't clap for that. The guy never cares though, right? The guy's like, don't stop, baby, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Like, but I have to breathe if this is gonna go any further, sir. That's right. That's what I meant to say. I have a boyfriend despite my profession and personality. Are there any couples? Are you guys a couple? Is it a new thing? 6 months. All right. You're still fucking. That's good. Yeah, you're still doing it. Because in the beginning, it's so sweet. You know, you have sex all day. You lay around naked, you know. You play with his balls, and you're like, these are mine, right? These are mine, right? Let him go. And then you get together, and you've been together for a while, and you start to have what I like to call like midweek, don't kiss me on the lips, pretty woman type of sex. Where you already have your retainer in, why not? And you're both just like on your side, barely fucking, like, can we just... You're already thinking about your Trader Joe's list. You're like, get the ginger candy, it's so good. I have to call my dad, what am I doing? You know, it's like that. And we're having this like weird sloppy sex, and my boyfriend has the most like orgasmic, organic orgasm I've ever heard. Just this like, like if Celine Dion could ever sing an orgasm, that's what it would have been like, you know? Just, like beautiful. Yeah, thank you. And because I'm such a like supportive girlfriend, I just started laughing hysterically, you know. And he got all mad. I turned his like beautiful song into a weird scat rap where he's like, why, you bitch, you know. And now every time he comes, he's all tough. He's like, I'm about to come. Come. Do it, baby. You can't make fun of guys while they're coming or while they're driving, you know? Or while they're coming while they're driving, because they get mad. But now I'm lazy in bed, you know? I just want to have sex while I'm on my back, smoking a joint, eating a slider, you know? Yeah, right? Getting like a pedicure, like, But I'd be fighting with the pedicure lady the whole time, you know? I'd be like, I know there's no pinky toenail. Just paint it. God. What am I paying you for? Well, my guy's adventurous, like he loves to have stand-up sex. Not sex with a comic, that's a gross, different thing. But he loves to have sex while standing up. Which to me just feels like he missed a day at the gym and now he's just trying to make up for it by repeatedly lifting me for no reason, you know? He like goes to pick me up. And you know when you go to pick up a piece of furniture and it's not too heavy, but you like can never like get a grip on it? You're like, why is there always a sharp edge? You know? And then he picks me up and it's like slow motion. He just saw popcorn pop for the very first time. Just like, and then just you know what I'm saying? You know when guys are like that? When they're like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? You know when guys are like, you know what I'm saying? That's like the bird eye view. They're inside you, so it's more romantic. It's hard to show. It's hard to show, you know? But they're just blowing at you like you're a birthday cake just covered in candles, you know? Just, and they're sweating and they're drooling. Their veins are popping out. You know, there's a spotter. You're like, who the fuck is this guy? Thank you guys so much. I've been Jade Catta-Preta, guys.
Stay tuned for more laughs on Access TV. Live from the Gotham Comedy Club in New York City, Crystian Ramirez is taking the stage when we return. Welcome back to the Access TV presentation of Gotham Comedy Live. More laughs right now.
Hi. Welcome back. I can't tell you how many times when I'm blowing a dude, I'll get a hair stuck in my mouth. I don't stop. I keep going, but that's because I'm a professional. All right. And speaking of keeping things going, wow, this is a hell of an introduction for you. The next comedian coming up is a very funny guy, and he'll be on Comedy Central's Adam Devine's House Party. Please welcome Crystian Ramirez.
Hey, hey, hey. Oh, shit. How the fuck is You guys doing? You all right? You okay? You good? That's great. I'm doing terrible. I'm doing horrible right now. I'm skinny as shit. I'm not manly on the outside or the inside. It's a very not manly thing to say. This is the thing. This is why. Because my dad left when I was 8. I'm not mad that he left, because that's just a Latino thing to do. When your kid is old enough to remember you, you walk the fuck out. So he was just being the best Dominican he could be. That's all he was doing. But, so he left when I was very young. So I was raised by my mom and my sister, which they were cool, but it sucked for me because any girly shit they did, I copied, thinking everybody did it, and there wasn't a man to tell me cut it out. Like, for example, I thought everybody wore towels from the chest down. Like, I thought some people did. Apparently, you don't do that. Just mad gay, son. I didn't know. So for 5 years, I was walking around with I'll be there in a minute, like over the titty, like that move and shit. And my cousin from the Army came up to visit, and he was pissed off. Like, I opened the door for him. He was like, whoa, son, what the fuck is this? What is this, man? Listen. Men wear their towels from the waist down. I can see your balls right now. What's wrong with you? Looking at a 9-year-old, 8-year-old balls. Are you proud of yourself? I think I got a gay face. I think that's nothing wrong with having a gay face. I'm pro-gay face, but it's just that I like girls, all right? I like girls, and girls don't like me. Girls don't like you when you have eyes like a Disney princess. So that's all it is. That's all really. Just have that. Well, I don't know if you guys notice it, like when the light reflects off my eyes. See? I give off what you call a bitch twinkle, and it's a very strong twinkle. Like you see it, right? Like, oh my God, it's very, very soft. But my mom's cool. She's a great mom, you know. But she's just racist. That's all it is. That's all. She's a giant racist. She likes talking about people in public, right? And she goes from English to Spanish in her sentences to throw everybody off so nobody catch on. But she goes at the wrong part of the sentence so people still understand what she's saying about them. Which is like, what's the point? Like, I got on the bus, and these two people didn't smell too good. They sat down right next to us, and she was like, ay, Titian, huele malo, stink. I don't understand. Mira, esa es la razón porque yo no me gusta these white people. I'm like, all right, bro, okay, that was the most important. What is going on? Yeah, they do that. She gave me a hard time. I stopped chilling with her. I got back with my girl, which is great, but we came from a breakup, which wasn't so great, because I'm the one that broke up with her, and when you treat a girl bad, I don't know if you guys know, they have this friend that they tell everything to, and that friend tells hundreds of other people. That friend is called Twitter. I don't know if you heard of this guy. This is what happens. When you treat a girl bad, she becomes like a politician. She starts a smear campaign. She makes like pictures, slogans. Slogans is the most important one. They make slogans like a motherfucker. Like as soon as we broke up, she went on Twitter. She was like, "Hey ladies, don't you hate it when you take in an insecure, low self-esteem dude and give him good clothes and food because he's frail, and all of a sudden he doesn't need you anymore? Hashtag Crystian Ramirez." I'm like, all right, okay. All right, playing the game dirty. Some dirty playing. But she's cool. She's great. I love her. I met her in where I live now, which is the worst place in the world. It's called Staten Island. Don't go there. So it should be renamed because that's how it makes you feel on the inside. Like, it's terrible. I had to take a boat to get here. Do you understand the pain with taking a boat? When you take a boat every day, you end up talking like a pirate, whether you want to or not. Say some pirate shit, and all your friends stop hanging out with you. You'd be like, "Hey, Crystian, I just saw the trailer for Amazing Spider-Man 2. It looks crazy. Times Square, I got the tickets. Are you down?" I'm like, "I would love to if the seas allow." He's like, "This motherfucker just saying, what?" I don't know if you guys heard recently, a guy was dressing up as a clown and terrorizing everybody at nighttime. That's the goofy shit I'm dealing with in this stupid-ass borough. Like, it's made me say things I'm not proud of. Like, my friend, I'll be like, "Hey, guys, I gotta go, I'm sorry." He's like, "Crystian, why are you leaving so late? We just started chilling." I'm like, "Listen, man, I take a boat home, all right? And if I don't get home in time, the clown is gonna catch me." Like, I've said that to friends. It's pretty bad. But, you know, I'm happy I don't live where I used to live. This is the thing. I'm trying to be a better racist, a smarter racist this year. That's what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm not just hating people for who they are. I'm hating them for where they live. That's the thing I'm doing. I think that's make the world a better place. Like you just generalize areas. Like, if a guy came up to me, he was like, "Hey, Crystian, I don't trust you goddamn Spanish people," I'd be like, "Fuck you, you're ignorant." If he was like, "Hey, Crystian, I don't trust you goddamn Spanish people between 168th and 173rd Street," I'll be like, "Now you're thinking with your head. I don't trust those spics either." Like, they're very, very scary. Why would you go there? That's a dumb move. That's not me shitting on my people either. Just knowing where the fuck they act up and not going. That's all that means. You go there. I come from a bad neighborhood. Even people in bad neighborhoods know not to go to other bad neighborhoods. It's just common sense. You go to any drug dealer in Brooklyn, he could be stabbing somebody, shooting at people, shooting at the cops. You go like, "Hey, man, you want to go to Queensbridge?" He'd be like, "Nah, fuck that. Those dudes are shady. Like, I stab my people here where it's safe." And it's not just everybody, not just black and Latin people have their shady groups and shady areas. White people have the same shit. Like, I think you guys call it Congress. I think that's what it's called and shit. Same. Yeah, just different names. That's very wrong. That's very wrong what you say. I don't know. Shit's work. I live in Staten Island. I used to live in Brooklyn. That's the thing with me, man. I'm Latino. I'm Dominican. Is there any Dominicans here in the house? No? Yeah, that's why the one. There's only one. That was the loneliest. Yeah, like, yeah. Yo, this thing, I don't know if you guys know, for like the past 40 years, we've been going through like a Cold War with Puerto Ricans. Like, you been through this, man? It's terrible. Yeah, you guys all right. But yeah, this thing, Puerto Ricans hate me, and I don't hate Puerto Ricans. Like, they hate me. Like, every time I meet a Puerto Rican, I'd be like, "Hey, what are you, man?" He's like, "Yo, I'm Puerto Rican." I'm like, "Yo, that's what's up. I'm Dominican." He's like, "You ain't shit." Like, he gets in my face, he starts screaming at me. He starts talking about socks and sandals. I don't get that shit either. And that's the thing. I can't do that. I can't put my anger and my energy into a beef that probably started over a baseball game. Like, I'm not gonna do that. Stupid. There's no real reason why we hate each other. It's not like China and Japan or England and Ireland who actually have like a history. There's no reason. I never went up to my dad. I was like, "Hey, Dad, why do Puerto Ricans hate me so much?" He's like, "Well, son, it started with the Great Bodega War of 1975. I was stacking the yuca and the plantains, and these Puerto Ricans came from over the hill, shot everybody, took all the cats. Like, we went through a Goya famine. I wear this pencil-thin mustache in honor of everybody that died. I'm glad I don't live in a hipster area now. That's all. I'm happy about that. I don't hate hipsters. I hate hipsters. This is the thing. When you go to like a hipster area, like they dress goofy. They're just like wizards. Like that's cool. He's like, hey, you trying to find a bar? Like, hey man, I'm trying to find this bar called the Woods. And he's like, oh, the Woods. Like he talks like that. It's very, very white, very magical. But what I like about it is that things that look like something, what I don't like is things that look like something really isn't in a hipster area, and that's annoying. Like you see a barbershop, you go in there, it's like, let me get my hair cut. You go in there, it's really a place that sells scones, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And you go up to the guy, you're like, hey man, if there's a place that sells scones, why the fuck does it look like a barbershop? And he's like, it's a riddle, and he runs away, and that's the goofy shit. Anyways, my time, guys, you're doing great. My name is Crystian. Enjoy the rest of the song.
Stay tuned for more laughs on Access TV. Live from the Gotham Comedy Club in New York City, Andrew Kennedy is taking the stage when we return. Welcome back to the Access TV presentation of Gotham Comedy Live. More laughs happening right now.
All right. You guys have been an awesome crowd. The next comedian coming up will be seen on Fusion Network's television show Back Home. Please welcome Andrew Kennedy.
Yes. How are you guys? Yes. My name is Andrew Kennedy, and I am half white, half Latino. I speak perfect Spanish, and my great-grandmother was half black. I win, everybody. I win. I can connect with more people in this country than anybody else. That's it. Where are my black people? Black people, where are you? Where are my black people at? Where are my black people at? Where are my black people? White people. Where are my white people? Where are you? You're there? Are you enjoying the seats? Did that work out okay for you? That's fantastic. That's wonderful. Los latinos, ¿dónde está mi gente latina? Estamos en Nueva York. If I were just part Asian, that would be awesome. Yeah, it's the weirdest thing because I look completely white. I just did a set in Bogota, Colombia, completely in Spanish, right? Yeah. Where I was born, where my mother's from. My father's Mr. Magoo from England, so I went to Colombia, and I looked so white that the people waiting in line to see my show in Spanish didn't even know who I was. I'm passing through the people that are in line to see my show in Bogotá, in La Ruta 101, and they're like, hello, mister, this show is in Spanish. And I'm like, oh my, yo sé que este show está en español, carajo, hijo de puta, por favor. Even though I'm half Colombian, I was raised in Puerto Rico and Caracas, Venezuela. So I sound Cuban. It's very strange. It's very weird. And I'm totally an underachiever because I really should be running for office. I mean, listen, did I tell you that okay, half white, half Latino, my great-grandmother was half black, and my last name's Kennedy. Please, look at me. I put on a suit and I'm gonna I get elected. Kennedys get elected. What happens afterwards sucks, but we get in. We get in. I want to run for governor of Arizona just to mess with that state. That's all I want to do, just to mess with that state. And they'll elect me and they'll introduce me as the new governor of Arizona, Mr. Andrew Neil Kennedy. And I'll step up to the lectern stoically and say, que todos los mexicanos que quieran venir aquí por gratis, que vengan. Hey, hey. Oh my God, look at that white boy talking Spanish. When you combine ethnicities and you have children, the children don't look like each other. You don't know what they're going to look like. I'm the middle child, and my brothers and I look nothing like each other. I get it. And I've always been my mother's favorite, and I know why. Because I was the whitest of her children. She is a racist, apparently. I was the topic of conversation because everybody wanted talk to her because nobody ever thought I belonged to her. All right, so I was born in Bogota, Colombia, then we moved to Rio Piedras, Puerto Rico when I was 2 years old, and as a baby I had bleach blonde hair. Bleach blonde hair, blue eyes. My mother's 5 feet tall, dark hair, dark eyes. She barely spoke English when we moved to Puerto Rico. I had to carry my passport and birth certificate just so that she didn't get arrested. Do the parents of the Swedish baby you have here? Señora, do the parents of the Swedish baby you have here, no, you have their child. I wish I were making any of this up. I wish I were, but I'm totally not. And Latinos, I mean, that's my culture. I mean, it wasn't until I was 13 that I moved to the States, and it's like, and this is where you can't judge people by the way they look because you just can't anymore. And we were heading over here from the West Coast where my family and I live, and we were getting to the airport, and I get priority access, but my family doesn't because I fly a lot, right? So I was trying to hook them up. And I thought the woman behind the counter was Latina, so I started talking to her in Spanish. I'm like, así que sería posible que nosotros nos podamos sentar todos junticos y entrar en el avión de principio, después de lo first class. And she just stared at me. I don't speak Spanish, okay, please. I do not speak. My name is Petra Giovanni, okay, please. I'm from Palermo. I do not speak Spanish. And I'm like thinking, the only thing I can say in Italian is, welcome to my show, my name's Andrew Kennedy. So I'm like, buonasera, mi chiamo Andrea, sono il comediante, get away from me. Because you can't judge people by the way they look. Indians, if there are any here tonight, that can vouch, hate to be mistaken for Latinos. That's like the biggest pet peeve. I got in an argument with this guy at the airport because I'm like, mira, ¿tú sabes cuánto valen esas cosas ahí? I don't speak this, ¿cómo te llamas? Okay, please. No, I'm serious. I am so serious. I've had it ever since I come into New York. Everybody, ¿cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas? I'm not Boricua. Yes, I like to move it, yes. I wish I were making any of this stuff up. I'm not. It's awesome. We grew up all over the world. Then we ended up in the States, and now I've got my family, so I've got my kids, and they're now out of the life begins at bedtime phase, because the life begins at bedtime phase. You just got to totally just focus on them till they go to sleep, and then you can start your day. You're like the Goonies. It's our time down here, and it usually starts with a bottle of wine. You open up a bottle of wine and you start doing what you couldn't do the whole day. So now they're older, so. Kira's 7 years old, so we're finally, but the bad thing is that you stop listening to baby music and you start listening to normal music. And you gotta pay attention. See, he must have a child, too, that did this. So you gotta pay attention, because some of these songs are nasty that you don't even know are nasty. I can tell you, last year, when Kira was 6, for 2 weeks, her favorite song on the iPod was Flo Rida's Whistle. That was her favorite song. Flo Rida's Whistle, before I knew that it wasn't about blowing a whistle at all. It's not about blowing a whistle at all. It sounds so cute. We were listening to Wanna Blow My Whistle, baby, here we go. You just put your lips together and you come real close. Wanna blow my whistle, babe. It's about sucking dick. I found out it was about sucking dick, and I'm like, Kira, Daddy doesn't ever want you to blow whistles. You can never, ever blow whistles. I lived in Hong Kong for 2.5 years. That was a lot of fun. As a child, it was great. And I know a lot of people that maybe, and now if you don't speak Spanish and you watch Spanish TV, have you ever done that and just hung out for a little bit because you're like, what is happening there? That is crazy. And it's all very oversexed, the novelas. You watch a novela en español, it's always, yes, please, María, ven acá y haz tu tarea, María, haz tu tarea, María. And it's like a dad telling his daughter to do her homework. That's all it is. That's all it is. Haz tu tarea, María. And I can tell by the audience that there's a lot of people that only speak English. And let me ask you this: have you ever listened to somebody with a thick accent, and then you kind of change your accent without even knowing you're doing it to try to help the other person? It's like a subconscious thing where you're trying to help the other person. Because I talked to this Chinese woman that was warming a bottle of milk in like hot water, and she was a Chinese lady, and I said to her, "Are you warming the milk for your baby? Is that what you are doing? Are you warming the milk for your little baby? How old is your baby?" And of course she said to me, "He 2 years old." You guys are great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Stay tuned for more laughs on Access TV, live from the Gotham Comedy Club in New York City.
This is a great time. Let's welcome back all the comedians you saw tonight. Buddy Fitzpatrick, Jade Catta-Preta, Crystian Ramirez, Andrew Kennedy,